was I played righty, and I cranked up my mouse sensitivity to 4700 DPI, and I hurt my wrist really bad, and I couldn't use a mouse with my right hand for about 7 years. So I switched to lefty mouse when that happened. When I couldn't play anymore, it just got to the point where I couldn't do anything. I was trying all kinds of stretches and gloves and, therapy and all that shit, and it wasn't doing anything. I was like, all right, I'm going to switch so I can keep playing. So I learned how to play StarCraft from scratch, lefty. And I've been playing lefty for the past 7 years or so. But finally, sometime about last year, my wrist finally came back to me. My right wrist as a usable wrist, which is great to have. It's great to have two wrists again, just only one, and it's my non-dominant hand. Pain in the ass. And so to emulate the new player's journey, we are going back to right-handed mouse. And for context, I only played right-handed mouse when I was on a standard hotkey layout. I never used a right-handed mouse with TheCourse. So this is the first time I've ever learned the right-handed version of TheCourse at all. So totally fresh stuff. Totally fresh stuff. I'm so done with losing in bronze. Ugh, gold, whatever. It's all the same to me. So done with this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of JaKaTaKtv. We're trying to get all the way from bronze to masters. It's pretty much guaranteed that we won't get to masters for a very long time, as I've never been in masters, but I'm hoping to get at least to diamond. And I'm doing so with my right hand on the mouse, something I haven't done for 7 or 8 years, which is an attempt to emulate the new user experience so that you can kind of play along at home and maybe learn a couple of things and just get a sense for my approach to learning mechanics in StarCraft. And, maybe that's great. Maybe you learn some things and you use them, maybe you don't. World of Sleepers has like one normal gas over here now, right? So it's like a shit base. It was like the best base you could take ever, and then it was like the worst base. Alright. I gotta set the rest of the cameras. Yeah, I think we just go with the build here. Just get this stuff out at the proper times. This bro's gonna go somewhere where this is already a triple. Can we get that all lined up? Yes. Okay, looks like we're good. A little bit of a few small mistakes here. Few small mistakes. For the most part, we're on track. Trying to build our wall at 350. That's the goal. Oops. Okay. Oh, whoops, we built an extra drone. Oh, we're being rushed. Okay. Haven't been rushed in a while. Try to extract as much value out of this hatchery that we can. We're supply blocked. Looks like they're still continuing to produce units. We're gonna go over here. They are doing this off a second hatch and are beginning to make stuff. All right, Lingbane Micro. Have not done any Lingbane Micro at all. What? What? No. No. Did I tell you that I haven't done any Lingbane Micro with this hockey setup yet? Holy shit, is that a giant disappointment. Huge supply block to follow. We need more gas. We need to get this bro downstairs. We lost an overlord there at the other base. Oh boy. Oh boy. More Banes. Hopefully I won't blow them up this time. So that's why it's important to know your hotkeys. Because instead of selecting your control group, you might accidentally just blow everything that you have up and lose all the value of your units. We're in so much trouble right now. This hasn't been put into the control group. No, we can still go there. All right, let's practice. Holy shit! What is this? What is this shit? What is, oh my god. So they're gonna allow me basically a chance to get back into this game because they built so many spine crawlers and put none in the main. I'm gonna try another run by. All this is going on. And we will succeed. All right, so based on the size of their army, I think they're going to have another attack or a follow-up attack coming in. We just got a bunch of economic damage in. So in general, that means we should be producing units. So we're going to have to deal with an army here in a second. A lot of times when players lose a bunch of drones, they attack. It's kind of smart, because your advantage long term is going to start deteriorating. Oh, let's get these guys. So I just trashed these two Zerglings, so that way as they go out to check bases, nothing will happen. And it looks like
Mineral field depleted.
Let's watch that. Let's watch that occur. Oh, man. I'm feeling your pain, guys. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm remembering the feeling of what it's like to know what you have to do, but being physically incapable of doing it. It's important to remember that, I think, mental bandwidth is a thing. You have only so much of it. And when you're using a lot of it on your mechanics, you miss scouting. You miss scouting things. You miss strategic things because your mind doesn't have time to look around and think about what to do next. So everything that you have is basically just like, press the right fucking hotkey. Yeah, like that. And then hopefully you press it. Okay, so we could have seen this coming with this Overlord and reacted a little bit sooner, but at this point spawning pool is not alive, so let's open the name panel. We'll just see who's generally ahead or not. I guess we have that up here. 8 links and then what? Oops. And then more links. Okay, so it's 15 drones to 19 drones here. I'm ahead, but their drones don't have a place to mine yet. Once their drones do have a place to mine, then we'll be behind. And they will have that expansion up before me. 9 versus... Okay, so I did think that I had more. It's really one difference, though. It's 9 versus 10. I made a little micro move here, which I think was a bit of a mistake. I was like, I have more, I'm gonna make a little move. If I had just left them attacking the whole time, I might have even won this fight. The second phase of the attack, when the reinforcements came in, I didn't change my decision making. I got tunnel vision on, I can win this fight, and then the situation changed. I didn't react to the new information. Very important to react quickly to new information. Oh yeah, we also lost all my banelings because I'm still learning my hotkeys. Ready, and oh, they didn't even need to be up there. I was going to, in that moment in time, I wasn't even trying to explode them. I was trying to select them, but they were already selected, and I hit the explode button instead of the select button. Oh, whatever happened to these Banes? Oh, they just never made it through the giant wall of spores. Jesus, 5 spores, 2.5 hatcheries. And they barely got ahead on workers here. I killed some workers to even out the score. So we're basically even on workers and bases. What is this all about? This may have been one of my major errors. A lot of them made it through. Killed a queen and a couple of drones. So we have a significant drone lead after this attack, after this run by. Oh, look at this larva. Look at this money just not doing anything. Ah. Oof. Building 10 drones. Already moving across the map. Ah! Okay, so then I die. Let's go again. Zog. Overlord for the natural. Set up the cameras. Okay. I was like, I forgot what they are. Get ready for the pull. Whoops. Single. Okay. Double check for any triples. Looks like no triples. Alright, stay in this game. Stay in this game. We're facing against a Zerg player. Push this vision out a bit. Well, those are 2 drones I shouldn't have made. This larva I'm not going to have. I really hope my opponent's not rushing me now that I made that mistake. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so they just built a hatchery there. Our hatchery is here. We're going to be in a really good spot. We're going to have a larva advantage, which is really big in ZVZ. And let's go ahead and make this wall. Uh-oh.
Metamorphosis complete.
I need to know what's going on, man. I need to figure out what the hell's going on.
Evolution complete.
Let's get some information. Let's find out if this space is taken. Find out if this space is taken. We have drones going to the second base, right? Okay. A very high number of Zerglings. And no third base. We're going to sacrifice the third base. It's a very cost-efficient engagement for us.
Mutation complete.
I'm building overlords, right? Okay, good.
Evolution complete.
Okay, so they took a third base. And they were long distance mining there.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Mutation complete.
Just gonna black out their vision a little bit.
Mineral field depleted.
Okay, so I think I'm in generally a pretty good spot at the moment. Feels that way in any case. Our opponent's on 3 base, we're on 4 base.
Unacceptable command.
That's probably enough creep. Kind of want to go horizontal with it anyway. All right, we're at 160 fly and it's 10 minutes. We are way behind. Oh, we have way better upgrades than our opponent though. Worst move command ever. What a terrible move command. actually need to fix my hotkeys. So see, this attack is not occurring because I need to fix my hotkeys. Okay, I was like, shit, did I just lose my army? That's always the worst feeling. When you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this, and we'll be fine.
Our forces are under attack.
Alright, we need to get some more fancy units, I think. It's 2-2, right? Yeah. That's +2 attack, which is the one that matters the most. And we'll be attacking their Ravagers first, which is ideal. Oh, okay. Another defensive GG. We got him. Whew. We got him. Critical upgrades are a really nice little piece of information to know. I don't know too many of the critical upgrades, but one that makes a huge difference is +2 attack, ranged attack in ZVZ. Oh man, if we only made it to 2786, we'd be gold 1, but instead we're 2784. So close. I need to stand up. Stand up! That's all the time you get. That's it. That's your break. Welcome to StarCraft, Q. I am Spartacus. Are you, though? Okay. Eternal Empire. Sins of an Eternal Empire. Here we go. Versus Terran. Holding down the worker button. Oh, Ace got my joke. Awesome. Thanks, Ace. Did anyone on YouTube get the joke? Did you? Oh, wait a minute. There's another way to win. If your opponent DCs, you also win. How come you don't upload on YouTube? I do. I haven't in a little while because there was a big reset. Remind me after this game. I will talk about it some more. Remember, if you make mistakes early on, they will haunt you for the rest of the fucking game. So pay the fuck attention in the beginning of the game. Pay attention. It's a useful thing to do. Alright, we need one more. We're just going to be pulling from the line here. That lag is not you. That lag is our opponent, apparently. Don't worry. Don't try to adjust your television sets. This is going to be probably the most entertaining part, I think, of the entire Bronze to Master series. Yeah. It's just so exciting and interesting. when someone is just DCing for the whole game. I love it. It makes for great content, you know? Rallying in, 3 workers, followed by an overlord. Someone ban that stupid bot. Thank you. Have you ever wanted to be famous? Well, I've got the trick for you. Do these 10 weird things and you'll be famous in 2 weeks. Incredible. How do they know? Where did they find these weird tricks and why are they always weird? It's Terran, right? Yeah. It's not what I wanted to do at all. There's so much base management to learn in this game. I'm gonna try to get some information here on our Terran opponent. Oh, there it is. It's a delayed expansion. Let's see if I can rope around in here. Tried to learn the core and ended up changing the hotkeys so much it basically wasn't the core anymore, so I switched out. How long have you been learning now? Maybe 40 hours in? Something like that? If I had to guess. It's hard. It's just, after it's been a while, just add another 10 hours to my estimate. Spawn more overlords.
Metamorphosis complete.
Right there on the high ground. Can we get one of these guys in here? Yeah. Oh, he just let me look around. Okay. So, what the hell is up here? They have a ninja base? What's going on? Where's all their money? Sometimes it's in their bank. You can't rely on that, though. If it is in their bank, then they're just bad, and you'll probably win, so don't worry about it. But if, you know, try to guess, you know, go ahead and guess that it's not in their bank.
Evolution complete.
They're so close to 25. All right, we build an army. We build an army before it's too late. If you didn't know, K is the roach button. Is this the moment? Is this where it really happens? Maybe because they're lagging so much, they're just not putting in the requisite number of commands to spend their money. It's possible. Oh. Some cool stuff coming out the pipeline for Immortal. Get ready, folks. All right, well, you know, sometimes you win that way. Sometimes you win that way. How'd we do? How did we do? What did they build? Refinery, then barracks. Engineering bay. So just had some Marines. And +1. +1 for the Marines. Going for a starport. Okay, so it's just like a late build. Another starport. That's interesting. Double starport with an armory. Just total madness everywhere. All right. 2-second break. One of the better stretches that you can do is the shoulder roll. The muscles up in the shoulder connect down to your wrists and your hands. And depending on your alignment and your amount of tension up there, can cause pain all the way down in your wrists. You won't even feel it in your shoulders, but that's where it's coming from. So keep that in mind. If you're playing, you're having some trouble, try a couple shoulder rolls out. They might help you. It might be just what you need. And if not, well, it's, you know, you tried. Didn't cost you anything.
Game pause.
1 sex. Just like, I don't know. I don't have, my standards aren't that high, but I mean, it's slightly higher than someone's proposition being 1 sex. Just like, okay. I mean, I get that you're being like, you know, chill and you're not asking for 2 sex. You're just asking for 1 sex, right? It seems pretty reasonable. But personally, I don't know. I don't think so. Get ready for the pull. 2 workers and drone pulls. We have 179 resources. We are on point. Took a while. We got the first couple of seconds of the build on point. Not even at minute 1. All right. We chill. We chill. 0 APM. Move your camera. 0 APMs. Interesting. Does he start making? He does. You don't need a lot of workers to constantly produce SCVs. I was expecting proxy. This guy's just building bunkers everywhere. If he in-base proxied me, that'd be the funniest thing. It's just so rare, I didn't check for it. Well, you got me to pull, overreact, pull a bunch of workers off the line, so maybe we're about even now. Okay.
Our forces are under attack.
They must have a lifted building or something. I'm just gonna hold position this till it dies. Attack! Oh my god.
Evolution complete.
We're gonna kind of do a little circumvention here of that wall. Heavy investment into defense. I guess it's not. No, it's I'm overestimating the. It's researching, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, it's researching. All right, we need to get ourselves back on our feet economically. Trash control group. Scout the front. We want to know when they're moving out. Pretty close to losing overlords here.
The hive cluster is under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack.
Why can't? Where is it? Where the fuck is the button for transfuse? God damn it! I tried so hard to transfuse. Did not happen. So we should probably keep our troops at home. Did we lose one? No, we didn't.
Our forces are under attack.
Perfect. Opponent expands, we attack. Or we wait till they land it first. Okay.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Whew. We got him. Mondragon. Yes. Whenever you defeat a person that's going for air units with Roaches, that's called doing a Mondragon. Mondragon was a phenomenal Brood War player back in the day. Switch over to StarCraft 2, and he was one of the first people to break the rock, paper, scissor aspect of, or assumption in StarCraft 2. And there was a Protoss going Stargate, and he just went Roaches. And everyone was like, oh, what an idiot. And then he had so much stuff that it didn't matter. He just killed the Protoss. It was such a cool moment in the development of the game. This is a request for me to play Hydra Ling Bane in my next versus not Zerg. I will not be doing that because... and I think this is a decent thing to talk about. So, depending on where you are in your journey, you don't want to add on too much additional work and complexity. You're going to overload yourself, and you're just going to do badly at everything instead of doing mediocre at the few important things. So, we're really just mostly focused on trying to build an overlord after each inject, and spread the creep, and do the injects, and get all that stuff going. Get the opening sequence started correctly, all that type of stuff. But in the future, definitely branching out to different styles, different ways of playing. It'll help me increase my win rate in a lot of ways. But the ladder is more, for this experiment, the way that I'm thinking about it, and if you have ladder anxiety, this might help you too. The way that I think about ladder is just that, oh god, this is the latest overlord. NA. Are we against a Zerg? We are not. It's a Protoss. So we're trying to protect against cannons. We gotta send now. We are building this overlord, right? Yeah, we gotta send now though. Okay. And now my brain is in the game. I forgot what I was talking about. It's okay. We're going to focus on the game. Be where you are for the most part. Try to focus on the game that you're playing. Will increase your odds of victory, which is, in the end of all things, what we're just trying to do here. All we're trying to do is increase the odds of victory. It's quite difficult. All right, let's check for triples. Oh, there's a single out here. There's the triple in the middle. So it looks like our initial split was bad. We probably pulled to the wrong mineral patch. Next is the Overlord. So far, nothing. I'm gonna start doing this early. Canceled the cannon. What in the hell? This is interesting. I think I'm gonna stick around.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Okay. Let's just run up into the main with our first slings. And get our third base going.
Mineral field depleted.
We do want them to all just arrive at one point. Okay, those are just the drones.
Mineral field depleted.
Trying to build drones while this is happening. Building a Stargate. Not building anything out of the Stargate.
Mineral field depleted. Our forces are under attack.
Void Ray. Okay.
Mineral field depleted.
I was like, what the hell is being depleted this early? I was like, oh yeah, I'm mining out the middle. I forgot about that.
Mineral field depleted.
Shit.
Evolution complete. The hive class mineral field depleted.
Okay, bro's coming across the map to see what's going on. I am supply blocked. Whoops. Holy shit.
The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack. Metamorphosis complete.
It's good to have another base.
Mutation complete. Mutation complete.
See if that works. That was an idea.
Our forces are under attack.
I have lings in here still? Wow. Oh. They're taking expansion over here. Okay. Oh my god, they're expanding like crazy. They're taking tons of expansions. And building just non-stop void rays.
Mineral
Okay.
field depleted.
Okay. When our opponent expands, we attack. Let's get the remaining bases all focused in on making drones here. Let's build a ton of Hydras. continue to upgrade them and make an attack. We've got to make an attack pretty soon, though, because they've had that third base, I think, up for a little while. Oh, no, that third base was under construction.
Metamorphosis complete.
This is probably the easiest base to fight. Oh, I got Burrow earlier today and did not use it.
Mutation complete.
Let's go.
Metamorphosis complete.
They don't have enough carriers. Oh, okay. Interesting situation. So we had an opponent that did a really unique strategy. They took a ton of bases and built a ton of static defense. And so the investments that they made were into economy expansions and then static defense, right? So they weren't really going to come across the map and attack me except with the Void Race. But that was a very effective little weird attack in the beginning. Couple of Zealots, one Oracle, one Void Ray. So it was like this weird attack that I wasn't expecting that was quite effective. Took out the natural. But they were just... They let me get back on my feet, and they took 2 expansions, right? So we had the basic attack, defend, expand triangle active in that moment in time. All right, look at the decision. They're expanding a bunch. How do we catch up? Stop making drones. I wanted to make drones, right? I wanted to get this to 16 because I like the numbers to be the same up here. I just like, it just makes me feel good, right? I have to let go of that feeling of wanting to saturate this base because it's a base and I have it and it's technically efficient to say it's time to make a bunch of army and attack. You know, 16 of these are gone, right? This is what 16 drones looks like. Okay? Like, this is a much smaller army than this. Matter of fact, it's like over a third of the army. If I had saturated that base, that would equal over a third of my army size, which could have just, like, destroyed everything. All right, thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me today. We managed to make some progress. Last episode was a bit sad, a little bit frustrating, but this one much better. Making some progress, starting to make some improvements to play. And also, you got to keep in mind too, the other thing, you might have a win streak or a loss streak, and that could be because of you, right? It could be because you're playing particularly bad or good at the time, but it also might just be matchmaking. You might just get a bunch of really tough at the edge of your difficult matchmaking opponents. You might get a bunch of those in a row. And then you might get a bunch of weaker opponents in a row and be on a win streak, right? Even though your performance could be exactly the same every match, right? A lot of variables going into it. So don't get too down if you get into the losing and you feel like, I shouldn't be losing. Each game is a very small little data point in the large career that is your StarCraft career. It's a kind of game like chess where you play it for a long time, you get better at it, and that's part of the joy. I would say that's most of the joy is in overcoming difficulties and challenges in your play and getting better. And then also just winning's pretty great too. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out. I will see you on the next episode of JaKaTaKtv.